Welcome back to an episode of We're Again somewhere in the Normandy, and we're gonna do some technical things, and we're talking with Morten and the rest of the team, and we're listening to strange hums. That's actually very interesting. Depending on how we position the camera, we can hear different things. That's weird. Anyway, so what kind of things do we have? Yeah, retrain powers, advanced training, no. What else? Nothing there. We could, ooh, look at this. We can get ourselves some weapon upgrades. Sweetie. Some assault rifle bonuses, yes. Yeah. Upgrades assault rifles, battle rifles, machine guns for your entire squad. This upgrades strengthens the weapons massive like field and so much and so forth. Does more oomph. And assault rifle penetration. Squad bonus plus 25. Assault rifle damage against armor. Shields and biotic barriers. Upgrade the assault rifle. The tungsten content is increased and the weapon's computers recalibrated, improving penetration of heavily armored targets. A phasic envelope surrounds each slug before it is fired at a target. This disrupts any mass effect field protecting the target, resulting in better penetration. Yeah, sounds good. Alright, and the next one is the heavy pistol damage. Finally something that we can use. Squad bonus plus 10%, heavy pistol damage. Upgrades heavy pistols and hand cannons for your entire squad. This upgrade improves the weapon's mass effect field generator, increasing mass acceleration of each slug fired. And we're gonna take that one. Heavy pistol damage 1. Wait. 1 out of 5. Assault rifle penetration. Okay. Yeah, somehow there's nothing else in here, which is weird. Okay, anything in here in the armor? No. All of the rest is nothing new, pretty much. Alright, it kind of feels as if we should actually have like heavy guns in here. Where's the assault rifle when you need it? Yeah, heavy pistol damage. 1 out of 5. There's supposed to be more. We got heavy weapon ammo, yes, but heavy pistol? No. No, wait a minute. Is the heavy pistol... No, the heavy pistol is the heavy pistol. But there's something like the SMG thing. Like, or maybe just a P for pistol damage or something like that. Shotgun, sniper, A, B, C, D. Heavy, ship, muscles, bone, emerging, collector, damage protection, biotic stuff, cooldown. All of this kind of makes sense. Assault rifle damage. This is assault rifle, that's a different one. We got the sniper rifle. Has a thing with the other pistol, or like SMG. Kite and stuff, muscle, weave, ammo, Krogans, eviscerator, avalanche, cane. This is a specific stuff. Shotgun, sniper. Submachine gun 1.5, yeah. That's the other one. Alright, anyway, we got that. The idea was to have a little squad episode. So let's
Still need to get to Tuchanka, Shepard. My student's being held by Bloodpack.
Yes.
I'll talk to you later.
We'll be here if you need me.
We're gonna do that. Just not now. There. Alrighty. Callie, anything new?
The elusive man wishes to speak to you in the debriefing room, Commander.
Oh boy. I actually don't want to talk to the elusive man right now, because that could end with us getting pulled into some main mission shenanigans. Let's postpone that a little bit. Alright. I want to do some side missions first. Okay. Anything... No, the team status is not... Actually, do we have any other outfits available? Tali's outfit actually looks pretty decent. Like, look at yeah, like the normal one looks okay. It is somewhat orangey over here, right? And this is like black and white, like the rest of the crew. This is a little bit of orange. This one turns orange, so this is somewhat similar actually, but this is the main one. I gave Grun a slightly different one because that kind of looks like more spacey. What about her? Wait a minute. We have 3. Look at that. There are 3 different outfits. You got to be kidding me. That's actually very interesting. Even more, like, others. She's even more black-dyed with the tattoos or whatever this is. Either this is more clothing or like a complete body tattoo. Weird. Anyway, Zaid has either red or yellow, depending on the situation, but yellow seems to be the more fitting thing. Like, for some reason, I only see him like as a yellow fighter. That's not the one. 100 messages. Transfer request approved. From Admiralty Board Migrant Fleet. Commander Shepard. Per Tali Zora Vas Nemas. Request included with a data delivery from Haestrom. The Admiralty Board has approved her transfer to your command. She has been informed that additional duties to the migrant fleet may still be necessary on occasion, but has been given extended leeway to determine when her mission with you is considered complete. This choice was hers, but your role as de facto captain during her pilgrimage may have caused her to be more susceptible to your requests. The Admiralty Board trusts that you will treat your new crew member with the respect due an honored member of the fleet. Should any harm come to her due to negligence on your part, this board will take severe and appropriate action. Admiral Rael Zora. Ooh. Migrant Fleet Admiralty Board. Is that her father or what? Rael Zora. Tali was... Tali Zora. Ha! Yeah, look at that. Okay, we got that much done. Let's just check. Don't get stuck here, please. There you go. I have to get the muscle memory back up and running on this game. So, Chaka.
It's great to see Tali on board, Commander, just like old times. It is her, right? I mean, because with the mask, it's... Ah, never mind.
Right. Do we have anything in here? Squad. Good old days. Wait, what? Good old days?
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
Alright. Squad and mission. Did I ever ask him that, or is this new stuff?
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last, I would never say anything against Miranda and expect to survive the reprisal. It seems like Garrus has finally worked that stick out of his butt, but now he's trying to beat guys to death with it. I can't believe I like the old Garrus better. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
Well, he can't really run away once Garrus comes here for an ass whooping.
So, how do you think we're doing?
Well, the Normandy's not as ready as she could be. There's always more we could upgrade. And as for the crew, you'd have to ask a people person.
Okay. How are things in the cockpit?
I assume everything is going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
Right.
That's it for now.
See ya, Commander.
So, Edie?
Yes, Shepard.
Nope. Nothing new
That's
here.
all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
So wait, is there new stuff that I could, like... Nope. And I could interact with? But, yeah, we have to talk with Tali. And who else could I really talk to? I did do the upgrade. Oh, wait a minute. If I get to talk with Tali, I may be able to get even better upgrades. That's actually something of real import right now.
I hope we can clear up what's going on. Was there anything else? Just eager to get going.
Yeah, no.
Commander.
So, not the briefing room. Nope, that is a dead zone right now. Don't want to trigger that. Like every time you go into the...
The elusive man wishes to speak to you in the debriefing room, Commander.
Yeah, but the elusive man can wait. So, let's see, crew quarters. Wait a minute, I usually do this the other way around, don't I? There is a restroom, cruise quarters. Let's check that out. Nothing. Okay, good. They always have some little stories to tell, which is actually quite interesting. But not this time then. Not this time. Dr. Chakwas. Does she have to say anything about Tali?
How may I help you, Commander?
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Alright.
Commander.
Commander. Shepard. Yeah. And we're good. So, his mission also has to wait for now. And Miranda.
If we have time, I'd like to go to Ilium and relocate my sister's family.
Yes, we can do that. Why are you looking for her? Actually, wait. We already asked her that.
Can you tell me more about relocating your sister?
My father is after my sister. I've kept her hidden for years, but his agents have tracked her to Ilium. I need to help her. You remember what I told you about father? Building a dynasty? There was another reason I went to Cerberus for protection. I have a sister, a twin, and he's still hunting her. Cerberus has kept her safe, until now. She's living a normal life on Ilium, safe and hidden from my father.
Yeah. No, not anymore though. But why are you telling me this? Well, she wants me to solve her issues, right?
So you think your father has tracked her down?
Precisely, Commander. My sources indicate he knows that she's on Ilium. I've tried to keep her hidden without impacting her life, but I'm out of options. He's too close. I need to relocate my sister's family before it's too late.
Well, we do have an awful lot of time. Anything else? Where is she supposed to go?
Does your sister's family know about this? Are they okay with being relocated?
They know nothing. They're completely uninvolved. Normal. I told Cerberus and they're coming up with a positive reason to move the family.
What do you know about your sister?
She's my genetic twin. We're identical, but she deserves a normal life and she's going to get it no matter what.
Well, of course we can help, but just not now.
What do you need me to do?
My father is extremely persistent. I'd like to go to Ilium when Cerberus is moving the family to make sure none of his agents get too close. My contact's name is Lantea. She'll be waiting for us in the lounge near the Nos Astra docking bay.
That sounds a bit too specific. Almost as if we have to do that mission in, well, the next or a very close episode. So let's see.
Any chance we could get to the Citadel, Shepard? I'd like to follow that lead on Sidonis.
Yeah, sure. No.
I'll let you know,
I'll be here if you need me.
He doesn't have to remind me about Sidonis, and we need to keep our head fixed, otherwise it's going to... there we go. It's kind of locked in place, which is weird. So, now, time to get into the engineering room. Where on earth is Tali? She might be... yeah, next to the core, right? This is where she always was, pretty much. Righty. What button is quick save again?
Back for more?
Kind of.
I was trying to remember how many Cerberus operatives I've killed. Lost track around 50. Guess your elusive man's big on forgiveness. Get a knife stuck in the right way, and you can pull that plate right off a Krogan's head. It's the best way to get a Krogan to talk. The threat of it drives him mad.
I think that's all.
I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Yeah, we already know that. Oh, crap. I totally forgot how the key bindings here. Where's quick save? 5. Okay, 5 and 8. Alright, good. The thing is, once you play a game that does not involve quick save, then you just completely forget about the whole thing. Yeah. I'm going to talk with... there. We could put another character right next to her, and then all of those modules are then used up.
Gabby, you'd say the Normandy is a she, not a he, right?
Of course. The Normandy's the sweetest girl there is.
And Edie's a she. Tali's definitely a she.
What are you getting at, Kenneth?
I'm just saying I'm feeling a wee bit threatened here. A lot of female energy, and I'm just one man.
You're such a...
See? Look where your mind went. I've got to watch out for myself.
So sweet.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
It's just absolutely amazing. Oh, their comedic gold.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Yes. I want to talk about you. Do we? Maybe, but not now. Oh, upgrades. First, upgrades here.
Can you do anything to give the Normandy an edge over a collector ship?
Definitely. With the right supplies, I can fortify our shields. The collectors cut through the Normandy's barriers immediately last time. My upgrades might give us a better chance.
Upgrades, people. Upgrades. Multicore shielding. The rapidly oscillating kinetic obstructions of cyclonic barrier technology, the CBT, are added to the ship. This should help the ship survive blasts like those that destroyed the first Normandy. Don't search for that. You got to be kidding me. Cyclonic barrier technology. Oh boy.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Alright, anything else?
Can you do anything to give the Normandy an edge over a collector ship?
My shield fortification will help, but I don't think there is much more I can do.
Well, right. Anything on the status?
How's the Normandy running?
Say what you will about Cerberus. They know how to build ships. The Normandy's running even better than before. I don't know if it can stand up to a collector attack, though. I'm researching some ideas that might help.
Yeah, we got those research ideas already. So, into your work.
Is the new Normandy giving you any trouble?
Please, Shepard, I'm a Quarian. Give me a chunk of scrap metal, a circuit board, and some element zero, and I'll have it making precision jumps. I was worried about working with Cerberus engineers, but they know what they're doing, and they've been very polite.
Interesting. So...
Have you got time to talk?
We didn't really have time to chat while taking out Geth on Haestrom, did we? I can't believe so many people died. Thank you again for getting Rieger out alive. All for data about stars blowing up. I hope the Admiralty Board gets some use out of it.
Stars blowing up. Seems like they, well, could be useful for a multitude of different things, but anyway. The board.
Tell me about the fleet's Admiralty Board.
It's one of two major political powers among my people. The admirals make decisions related to defense or needing immediate action. They also handle major criminal charges, like treason. The other political power is the Conclave, a group of representatives from each ship. They make most of our laws and fleet decisions.
Any news yet on the data you sent?
I'm not likely to hear anything for a while, or on an unsecured channel for that matter.
Right. And how's Rieger?
Have you heard any word about Cal Rieger? Did he survive his injuries?
He sent me a message. It looks like he'll make a full recovery. Anytime you get a suit puncture, it's a matter of luck. Rieger got out with a relatively minor infection.
Oh, that's good.
Having any trouble settling back in on the Normandy?
I like the quiet. I miss the old faces, though. Presley, Engineer Adams, all of them. It doesn't seem right having Cerberus in charge of this ship. Are you sure working for them is the right thing to do?
Well, they're working for me, if anything. I'm the one in charge, sure. They're on our side for now. I don't have a choice, kind of. I don't trust them. Well, it doesn't matter. Why do you hate Cerberus so much?
I caught some tension back on Freedom's Progress, and again when you first came aboard. What happened between Cerberus and the Quarians?
They attacked one of our ships, the Idena. It seems they were attempting to kill or control a young human biotic who was on the fleet. I don't really know the details. I do know that Cerberus made an enemy of the Quarian people.
Alright. So, is this option on the bottom left similar to the ones on the right, or not?
Does it look like they're pulling the strings, Tali? I'm not working for them. They're working for me.
So you ordered the listening devices and tracking beacons that are all over this ship. I know you need resources to fight the Collectors, but be careful, Shepard.
Thanks for pointing that out. But anyway, the listening devices are, well, I think they are because of Edie. Oh boy. Does Tali know about Edie? Oy, 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 oy. We don't know that yet. I don't trust them. I don't have a choice. They're on our side. But for now, they are on our side.
I don't agree with all Cerberus policies, but they're doing the right thing here, Tali.
For now. But as soon as you no longer serve their needs, be ready for them to turn on you. For now, I should get back to work. Thanks for coming by.
Alright. Oh, we got renegade points. Okay. Just because we said, yeah, that. Just we said they are the good guys. This is not how renegade stuff works. Alright. Anything?
What can we do for you, Commander?
Can Gabby joining Cerberus? Feelings on Cerberus? Wait, what? Engineer Donelly. Why do we have so many other options? Wait a minute. Ken and Gabby?
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
Okay. Kenneth. The thing is, you look for... Ken. I'm looking for the name and the dialogue right there, and I see just engineer as the first name. They do have like first and second name.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. They'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
Nice.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the Collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Where did you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, that weasel Udina backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Alright, now the last one on the current team. And quick save, just in case. Jackie.
Hey.
Oh. Jacob, the mission, and all of this is pretty much the same as always. Can we talk though?
What's happening?
You got a lot of questions, don't you?
Of course. I'm interested. Goodbye. So what?
I miss your friendly nature when you're not around.
Been thinking. We've seen a lot of shit together now, and you're always coming to talk to me. Shepard, you got feelings for me? Because I don't need the complication.
Well, I check on everyone. That's what I do. Because I want to know if they have new dialogue available or not. But, yeah. You don't sound convinced. Do we want to convince her? Wait, why is that an option?
I'm not buying it, Jack. You're trying too hard.
Screw you. You don't know me. I've had enough.
Fine with me.
Right? You're too needy. That's not my thing.
Right.
Stop that. Stop playing with me. This should be easy. Why aren't you easy? I don't want to deal with this right now. Leave me alone, Shepard. Just for a while.
Oh boy. We're pushing an awful lot of buttons here. An awful lot of buttons. Poor Jackie. No. This is definitely not good. Crap. Okay, how am I going to... How am I going to... Yeah. What am I going to tell Liara, though? That would be weird. Okay, but anyway. Do we have any other options now?
Hey.
Oh.
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm done talking. Come back later.
I should go.
Okay, talk later.
Oh boy. This is so not good. We're actually manipulating her in a very, very bad way. That's not cool. Like we're like, in this case, she feels as if we are somewhat interested in her, which is kind of true. But in this playthrough here, I'm definitely going to focus on one romantic option, and that is Liara. And she's not here, which is a bit iffy. Anyway, yeah, and then there's also Miranda and the others. Who of those are you going to decide on? But this is just different. Anyway, yeah, and then you just go to Jack and listen, right? Most of the time. So you kind of act in a relation-ish kind of manner, right? And then you're always staying open, right? So you're basically pushing her, but giving the impression of some relationship build up or whatever. This is, and she, because of her backstory, is kind of like not used to relationships in this regard. So she could kind of misidentify the whole thing. Oh yeah. This will backfire in our faces like a lot. Okay, so Grunt.
Have time now, Shepard. I need to deal with this.
Yeah. He wants to go to Tuchanka. I think I know that already, don't I?
I'm listening. What's the issue?
Something is wrong, Shepard. I feel wrong. Tense. I just want to kill something. With my hands. More so than usual. Like it's not my choice. Like I just want to... I don't know.
These are not your hands.
See? Why do that? What's wrong?
Well, hormones. Probably. You're Krogan. Yeah, that is kind of a... You have no idea. Restrain yourself. He's a Krogan. He's a Krogan, yes. But if we go for this option, it would probably just say, oh, he's a Krogan, he always behaves like that. But not all Krogan behave like aggressive at all times. In this case, it's the fact that he's not able to control himself, which might be part of his like sped up growth or something. Anyway.
Okir didn't imprint anything to help you figure this out?
I see pictures of old battles, voices of warlords, but this is a blood haze in my head. I want control. When we're moving, fighting, I focus. But here my blood screams, my plates itch, and even you are just noise. I'm tank-born. What is this?
Well, we already asked the ship, we know what this is, but anyway. We need a Krogan opinion. Kind of. But what about the AI?
Edie, anything in your files about Krogan diseases that could cause this?
Cerberus has a number of autopsies on file, but nothing on a living Krogan of this age and situation. Krogan are reluctant to share medical records.
My people were defeated by doctors and labs. They will never let stuff like that leave the homeworld, Tuchanka.
Well, we'll go to Tuchanka. Just later.
Joker can get us to the Krogan homeworld. I need everyone at their best.
Thank you, Shepard. I don't like this. Fury is my choice, not a sickness.
Ooh. An interesting way to look at it. He uses aggression, like the emotion of it, as a tool. So, let's see. Back to the Combat Information Center. Okay.
The elusive man wishes to speak to you in the debriefing room, Commander.
Yes. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't talk with Kelly.
I had a wonderful chat with your friend Tali. She's not what I expected from her psych report. I like her.
She's okay. I do too. She's not my... What kind of options are those? I actually want to... Doesn't he have ears? She's not what I expect from her psych report. I like her. Okay. Question. What's written in the psych report? That's the question we should ask here. She's okay. That's
Tali's a good friend. We've been through a lot together.
My female intuition says she wants to be more than just good friends.
Is that?
What makes you say that?
It's in her body language. How she turns to you when you enter the room. How she watches your every move. Quarians are so fascinating to me. But they also make me a little sad.
What? How so?
Why do they make you sad?
Their environment suits are so beautiful, but with their immune systems, they're trapped inside. I wonder what they look like under those helmets, or what their skin feels like under those suits.
Interesting.
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
Right. What do you do? Are you happy here? What do you think about Cerberus? I mean, don't we already have all of those things?
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes. I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
Yes. Yeah, good you're here. Sure.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
Good. And what about you? Oh, are you happy here? That's the last one.
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
You're very loving, yeah. As she is.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Oh, the people person that Joker mentioned. Okay.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Ooh, we could. We definitely could. So...
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Wow. Oh boy. I love you. The options. Okay, I'd embrace you. That's a weird one. I would definitely not go for that wording.
Your trust is well placed, Kelly.
I knew it would be. Thank you, Shepard. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Not for now.
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Yes. Definitely. So much so to that on the Normandy episode.
Change of plans, Commander. Urgent message coming in from the Elusive Man. Patching him in through the comm room.
Are you for real? I'm not gonna do that because I don't know what happens once we interact with the Elusive Man. Questions upon questions. I actually wanted to go to the dig site, the Quarian dig site, and right now I can't do that. Alright, anyway, at least we talked with everyone. And now we can, we can continue with the Codex and, wait a minute, what's inside the journal? Garrus eye for an eye, ground rite of passage, modern stuff, the dossier, the justiciar, and the assassin. Wait. Were they always part of the mission or not? Anyway, layer of the Shadow Broker. Cerberus has delivered information on purchases the Shadow Broker has made recently. It may provide the information the artisan needs to track down the Shadow Broker's location. Miranda stuff, Jacob, Stop the Collectors, Dossier the Master Thief, and the Citadel Council. Anything on the assignments? And 7 archaeological dig site, yeah, that's the one. Then there's another crash site somewhere. Special ingredients, that's for the Citadel. Alright, so let's look at the squad. I have 2 more points. I don't know where to spend them on. Cryoblast is actually a very interesting ability. But the real question is, which of these abilities should I max out next? Your warp damage is hugely increased, yes. Heavily overload, greatly increased overload damage. This is electric stuff, this is armor stuff. I do not know what to choose on this one. Questionable. You sell under stress, reducing your recharge time as far as it go, and your forceful personality takes the Paragon and Renegade scores to the maximum level. Sure. Forceful personality, that's a weird one. But alright. Anyway, power recharge is always kind of nice. So, the power armor. Yeah, that's the thing that just makes the biotic stuff better. Power damage bonus. But the power duration is actually the bestest one. But anyway, can't do much else. So let's look at the Codex. We got some ships and vehicles.
Asari-made Solaris armor can resist even the tremendous heat
this is
and kinetic
something that we
energy
already
of
know.
starship weapon. Cyclonic barrier technology, CBT, attempts to solve the higher-end limitations of traditional kinetic barriers. Traditional barriers cannot block high-level kinetic energy such as disruptor torpedoes because torpedo mass effect fields add mass. The CBT violently slaps aside rather than halting incoming linear force. By rotationally firing their mass effect field projectors, ships create rapidly oscillating kinetic barriers instead of static ones. Shooting through the CBT is like trying to shoot at a target inside a spinning ball. Significant drawbacks to current CBT configuration prevent its use on anything other than frigates and fighters. Its many high-frequency sensors and emitters require frequent maintenance and replacement. A partially damaged CBT can endanger its operator, surrounded by rotating mass effect fields skewing in unpredictable directions. However, if an emitter is damaged, the CBT becomes a traditional shield array, making it effective during opening volleys.
Interesting. So that was that. And planets and locations.
Freedom's
Haestrom.
Progress Colony. Before the Geth Revolt 300 years ago, the Quarians colonized Haestrom to study the mysterious instability of its sun, which threatened premature eruption into a red giant. As a scientific outpost of minimal military value, Haestrom was ill-equipped to repel Geth forces during the insurrection and fell quickly under their control. Captured Geth planetary survey data indicates that despite sustaining damage during the war, Haestrom's architecture remains as it was 300 years ago, preserving a Quarian architectural style that no longer exists anywhere else in the galaxy. Because Haestrom's sun has overwhelmed the planet's protective magnetosphere, humans foolhardy enough to venture into Geth-controlled Haestrom must exercise extreme caution. Minutes of radiation exposure will overload shields, and hours of exposure will kill. Furthermore, solar output renders surface-to-orbit communication nearly impossible.
The name for the art style of the buildings is called brutalism. And it's basically signified by having large, massive structures, usually made out of cement, concrete, or whatever,
known as the...
So, let's see. Do we have anything on the secondary things? Not now. Alright, so that means the Codex is now done. And we can end the episode. Like and subscribe, of course, as usual. And ta-ta.